you're kind of up there because you're a little wild?
I'm not. We're on YouTube Live, so I'm just not even going to get into all that. We're just going to leave it to say that that's part of the problem, and then the second part of the problem is the fact that I don't know. Too many years on the streets, I can be a little slick and greasy. And from my standpoint, if we can get Collin in the methadone prep program by shading the truth slightly, I've been shading. All right. Well, Tony out there all fired up about shading. So we'll just let it look. What he does work for him. If he can make it happen with perfect honesty, that's a great thing. We're just gonna let him do that. I've been out here too many years. I just get it done. You understand what I'm saying? I get it done. But he's over there frustrated, and let him be frustrated. He can work that out. No offense, but I ain't got time for all the legalities that matter sometimes. And I'm fully aware that I will account to God for this. I'm fully aware of it.
Let me
Uh,
give you a break.
well, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story. All right, you ready for one of my big stories?
Uh-oh.
All right, so there's this lady. I love to read about the Holocaust. I do a lot of this ministry after this book and movie I like, Schindler's List. But anyway, there's these two sisters during the Holocaust, and they're harboring Jews. They're white Christian women. They're strong Christians, and they're harboring Jews. They got a bunch of Jews under their floorboards. Okay, if they get caught, they go to the camps and they die. Not just the Jews, but the people who are harboring the two sisters. Okay, just some Christian ladies. So the Nazis come to the door because they hear that maybe there's some Jews up in there, and they search the whole building. Okay, the whole frippin' building,
Find the Jews.
and they can't find the Jews. All right, so now they're on the way out the door. They got all their stuff and they're ready to go. And the Jews living in the floorboards will be safe. Except they stop on the way out the door and they ask both sisters. They say, "Are you harboring any Jews in this building?" Okay, now this is actually the series of events that sets into place where both these sisters wind up in the concentration camps. But the first sister, okay, she's the runner for like the underground movement protecting the Jews, and she looks these Nazis full in the face, and she's like, "Of course not. Do you think that we will harbor Jews? We know the legal consequences of that. We would never." Okay? That's kind of been Sister Crystal's theory in a few areas.
Yeah.
Then you got the other sister, all right? And the other sister is like, "Yeah, we are." And the Nazis are like, "Where are they at?" And the lady's like, "They're under the floorboards." So the Nazi soldiers come and get them, and the first sister loses her mind. Okay, she for real loses her mind. She's upset at the other sister. She's like, "Why would you even tell them this? Do you not realize that you just cost us the lives of these people that we've been sheltering for years? Everything we've gone through, and you opened your mouth, and now they're all going to die, and this is all your fault. What is wrong with you?" And the second sister is like, "I put them underneath and helped them because it's the right thing to do. By the same token, my Bible tells me that the right thing to do is not to lie. And I couldn't do it. I just have to have big enough faith in God that He's going to work it out." Okay, but here's the weird part. If you read this, true story, okay? The lady who did this, she wrote The Hiding Place. She became a great big motivational speaker. But here's the crazy part. The sister who flipped out and lied, okay, the other one died in the camps. But here's the crazy part. So they round the Jews up underneath the floorboards. They put them on the trains to go to the camp so they'll all die. And the sister who wouldn't lie immediately hits the ground and starts praying. She's like, "God, I have faith in you. I did the right thing because I have faith in you, that you got me on this." And I forget what mistake occurs on the trains or whatever, but the entire set that were under the floorboards wind up being released and going to freedom, where instead of spending the rest of the war under the floorboards, they spend the rest of their lives free and clear. Except for the sister who did it. The sister who did it died in the camps.
Who lied?
Yeah, the two sisters, okay? The two sisters were sent to the camps for what they did.
Yeah.
Okay, they were sent to the camps. And the one who wouldn't lie died there. Okay? But she told her dream to the other sister while she was there. She had like a vision or a dream. Okay? The lady who lived, her name's Corrie Ten Boom. And Corrie Ten Boom went back to the concentration camps after the war was over and she was released. And she turned the concentration camps into a shelter that helped the remnants of the war, the people who had survived, Jews and Germans alike. And she did this in her sister's name. Like, as her sister was dying and breathing her last breath, her sister was like, "Can you see this camp someday as a place of healing and hope? Can you see it as a hospital? Think about the Germans who went through this. Can you imagine helping them too? Because the real sick people here are the guards, okay? They're the ones for real in need of help. Skip the Jews. The guards are the messed up ones. Can you see us turning this into a place?" And the sister, she watching her sister die. She ain't really feeling it right then. But the sister breathes her last and she's gone. And Corrie Ten Boom comes back and does this. Furthermore, Corrie Ten Boom gets it in her mind that she's supposed to be a motivational speaker for the Lord. She winds up eventually traveling to America trying to tell people about what happened in the camps and her love of Jesus Christ. And in the beginning, nobody was trying to hear her. But eventually, she became a really famous motivational speaker. She preached, I think, almost into her hundreds or shortly after. At one point, she had a heart attack one night and was up behind the podium preaching again the next day. One of the stories I liked best about her, okay, so when they went into the camps and her sister was dying, one of the guards was particularly cruel to them. They were really, really cruel to her, and they tortured her sister really bad. So now her sister's ribs are all out.
One that told the truth.
The one that told the
So
truth.
that's the moral here.
Okay, so the sister who's really sick is in the line where they're like picking for deaths, and this one guard is just really cruel to her sister, like really cruel while her sister's dying. And they were always, this guard was always particularly cruel to the two of them. But on this day, her sister is, on her way out, and this guard is just. So after the war, Corey becomes this motivational speaker, and she's traveling speaking. And after she finishes speaking, years and years have passed. Corey's old now. This guard comes up to her and he's like, "Look, man, I don't know if you remember me, but I remember you." Corey totally remembers this dude. Okay, she recognizes him on sight. He was like, "But I worked at the same camp you were describing while you spoke at, and I've given my life to Christ, and I've changed, and I'm a different person, but I can't really forgive myself. And I figured if I could come talk to you and you would forgive me, then maybe I could begin to forgive myself." And he stuck his hand out. And he didn't remember Corey, but Corey remembered him or her, and remembered everything that this person had done to her sister as her sister died. And she stood there and she looked at the hand and she was like, "I can't forgive this person. I can't do it. I just stood up here and spoke about forgiveness, but I cannot forgive this person." And so she prayed and she was like, "God, I can help me put my hand into this person's hand. If you can help me make that step of forgiveness, it'll be enough. Just help me reach my hand out and shake this person's hand and say I forgive him, and we'll start there." And she did. And she stuck her hand out into this guard's hand to shake his hand. And as she did, she was immediately flooded with forgiveness. And like this, her and this guard, I don't remember what all they did afterwards, but out changing the world for Jesus ever since. But so I'm kind of have the stance in this life of the weaker sister. Well, no, there ain't no Jews up underneath there. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're talking about. But, this is to lie is sin. This is morally incorrect. So anyway, I turned this video on. We're on YouTube, so we have no live followers right now. I kind of like this way. It's the fly on the wall type of documentary Matthew's telling us about. I don't understand how to work YouTube yet, and we should learn because there's this chick named I Am Katie. She's running a documentary I saw last night called I Am Katie, and she lives in her car voluntarily and, like, makes herself look cute and, like, answers emails for pay and just drives around the country making YouTube videos about it. And she's got a lot of viewers and she's making some bank. And she got, like, I forget, over 70,000 viewers I was watching on just one. So if we can figure out how to make this YouTube thing work, man, we could use them resources. But right now I'm failing with it. But I'm trying right now. So we're on YouTube right now instead of Facebook, which means we don't get the interaction. But we're trying to learn to use Facebook because we got a site now. And I turned it on because of Collin. So, because Collin's telling me he's struggling. And being the sister that would say there's no Jews underneath there, I'm going to go purchase you some Suboxone on the street if I got to. But what you're telling me is you feel like you want to quit and you want to give up. Or maybe I'll flip the camera on. What's going on with you? Like, it's a physical part. Well, look, as soon as we're done, he's off the phone dealing with Bridget because we got to get Bridget squared away. Bridget's having troubles. We will go get you some Suboxone. We will go get you some Suboxone. It ain't going to be a fix, but it'll stop your sick. But thing is, man, I want you and Trish to have a life, man. We're fighting this thing out. All right, I'm going to let you rest. I'm going to wrap this video. Okay, you guys want to say hi? We're trying to make YouTube pop here, Matthew. At least give us a wave.
Hi, how's it going?
All right. Mike.
Hey, what's up, brother Mike? Hey, everybody.
All right, I got to get Collin well. So the YouTube, this is a new site, so you guys might not know all the story, but I'm just going to tell you, I was a homeless addict. I gave my life to Jesus Christ, and I was delivered. But I choose to remain homeless, trying to seek and save the lost, to offer them abundant life and a better physical life until that abundant life. And I was in prayer in a different part of the country when I felt the Lord reveal to me and what I consider a vision that I was supposed to come help Collin and Trish, and I left the part of the country I was in and came here to help them. And I need Collin to succeed. Furthermore, this ministry has dumped a ton of money, unfathomable amounts of money, and all these, what I call my Pharisees, are grinding their teeth, just waiting for me to fall. And I need him to succeed. I need him to succeed for me personally. I need him to succeed for the ministry. But most importantly, I need him to succeed for himself. From where I'm sitting, I think drug use is idolatry, and it risks the damnation of the immortal soul. So I think he's flirting with being damned for eternity. And furthermore, there's no quality of life to be had under a bridge, sticking a needle in your arm all the time. And right now, God's been really good to this ministry and the fact that we have resources and all kinds of people throughout the country and world that are willing to help him. But he's got to fight the fight. And right now, he's physically sick, and that addiction is chewing at him, and he wants to give in and he wants to quit. And we have hundreds of people that are watching his story and supporting in every way, from prayer to finances. And the whole world is watching, and we need Collin to make it. We need him to make it, number one, for Collin. I'm going to be selfish. Number two, we need him to make it for the ministry. Then I'm going to be for real selfish. I need Collin to make it. I don't know if I can keep doing this if I lose Collin, Trish, and Bridget. And those are the three we're having troubles with. But I saw 4 faces that the Lord revealed to me I was supposed to help. One of them's in rehab and doing well. The other one's in rehab wanting to leave. One of them's checking in the door rehab. And the 4th one is Collin, who's left detox and says he wants to quit. And I don't know. Sometimes I just think I'm crazy. I mean, who does that? Like, who's like, I had a vision to help these people, and I'm going to reorganize the entire world, start a documentary, a ministry, do whatever needs done. But God told me to help these people. I'm going to make it happen. And if it doesn't work and I fail, then maybe I'm just crazy. So, okay, that's the check-in, YouTube viewers, and we'll be back soon. Pray for us, family. We could use it. Pray for Collin. Pray for Bridget. Pray for Trish. Pray for Matthew. Pray for Mike. And if you'll pray for all of them, I'll pray for you.